I'd like to remind everyone that our lives are not on lock. Out of personal respect of the mutual nature with Negan, but Negan is MIA. Simon has taken over and he has requested an exponential acceleration of production. More shots on the Lickety-Quick.
Hey guys, Kiwi here. In this video, I'll be breaking down and analyzing the first sneak peek promo for Season 8, Episode 15 of The Walking Dead, Worth. With that being said, major warning of spoilers for everything in the show up to Episode 8:14, and let's jump right into this. Alright, so this sneak peek features Eugene talking to the people of his ammo factory outpost. Recently, his dialogue and the way he talks has felt a bit over-exaggerated, and that may be due to Eugene actually putting on a character for the people at the sanctuary. Just like Eugene did in Season 4 with Abraham and Rosita, he's putting on sort of a persona in order to impress the people around him into respecting him due to how smart he sounds. This was referenced back in Season 7 when Eugene was talking to Negan's wives, and has only increased in my opinion. So not only that, but now they have us trying to listen to all of his tongue twisters while he eats a bowl of food? Jesus, okay, so bear with me while I try to literally translate what he's saying into some half-decent English. Now don't get me wrong, I've always loved Eugene's accent and vocabulary, and his actor Josh McDermott just does such an amazing job, but I'd love for them to just cut some slack with his tongue twisters every now and then. Not everything he says needs to be said in a different way. So first off, Eugene seems to be unaware that Negan is back at the sanctuary, considering Dwight and Simon will just be finding out next episode themselves. So Eugene is telling his people that they're not completely shit out of luck. Normally they have mutual respect with Negan, but he's currently missing as far as they're aware.
Even if we're double timing it around the clock with an area carry for workplace safety, it isn't going to prevent us from meeting our quixotic quota by the proverbial crap ton.
Simon has requested a heavy increase in ammo, and Eugene states that even if they worked around the clock while disregarding any safety procedures, they wouldn't be able to fulfill the desired request. Eugene explains that the best they can do is make enough so that it seems like they have more. Pretty much show everything they have up front and lie about there being more in order to keep Simon from getting mad at them.
The best that we can hope for is that we somehow manage to squeeze out the bare minimum number of rounds necessary to avoid the consequences of Simon finding out how short we are.
So I'd just like to point out that two of Negan's wives are now helping with bullet making. Even if they're just doing simple sorting, it's still tedious labor, and they're probably doing something that they wouldn't normally have to if they had more people. This just further implies how thin in numbers the saviors truly are now, as they can only take so many heavy hits. As far as I'm aware, besides the saviors at the sanctuary, I believe that Eugene's ammo factory is the only active outpost. Regina is there among other saviors to help keep Eugene safe, we'll just have to wait and see how good of a job they do as far as that goes. Also, you hear Father Gabriel coughing at the end of the sneak peek as Eugene focuses staring at a bullet. So, will Rosita and Daryl kill Eugene? A lot of people do really just want Eugene dead for being such a traitor to Rick at this point. Although I agree that Eugene should admit that he chose to look out for himself instead of others, he doesn't quite deserve to die. Eugene still does feel guilty for what he does. He's developed quite a drinking problem just to ignore his conscience and get some sleep at night, but even he said that the liquor hasn't been doing that good of a job recently. Eugene's in a position where he keeps himself safe by indirectly hurting the people that he cares about. He's not totally heartless though, so it does hurt him inside as a person. In the comics, Eugene hates making bullets in order to kill people in general, so not only that, but currently in the show they're being used against Rick and crew. Eugene tells Negan that they are nothing more than traveling companions, but I definitely believe that he's lying to Negan as much as he is himself. Eugene obviously cares about them, and his guilt is slowly eating away at himself, and it's showing. During Seasons 7 and 8, he's been battling with who he is, and he's been going back and forth with what he wants to do with himself, whether he's discussing with Father Gabriel or Negan's wives. I've really enjoyed the Eugene character development. I've mentioned this before, so I'll keep it quick, but if Eugene starts getting flashbacks of Abraham and Rosita in the ammo factory? He's been there with both of them on separate occasions, and both trips resulted in Eugene arguing with them. He argued with Abraham back in Season 6, and then with Rosita in Season 7. Could the ammo factory trigger even more of a reminder of them? Eugene should feel bad for serving and creating ammo for the person who killed Abraham. Eugene's original bodyguard outlived his usefulness, so he got killed by Eugene's new bodyguard, Negan. It's pretty messed up to think about, and I wonder how much Eugene has thought about it himself. Hopefully Rosita and Daryl will just kidnap him and spare his life and interrogate him or something. If they kidnap him, they remove the bullet maker from the ammo factory, rendering it useless. Hopefully they also steal all of the ammo Eugene has potentially already made, however much that may be. They can throw Eugene in the prisoner pen with Gregory at the hilltop if they need to, but at least he will be safe for now and they can work out their differences later. I feel like Eugene will eventually explain his side of things, along with his guilt and how he's known that what he's been doing is wrong. Maybe Rosita will know him well enough to actually understand why he did it, although she'll still be mad at him. Admitting your faults doesn't get you out of jail for free, but it does offer a possibility of early release with good behavior. If Eugene makes a valid effort to resolve the drama between him and Rick's group, they will all be the better for it. Eugene will most likely want an apology for Rick almost blowing him up in the season 7 finale, so hopefully that gets touched on before the season closes out. I'm concerned that All Out War will end without enough closing dialogue between characters, because I would like to have a bunch of conclusion before the time skip into season 9. I don't want them to discuss the war years into the future during season 9, I want to see their initial reactions along with the aftermath to the war being concluded. In the comics, the story arc literally ended with the war ending, and it's starting to feel like season 8 is going to conclude the exact same way as well. Anyways, Eugene chose to not go with Rosita and Sasha at the end of season 7, but Rosita and Daryl won't be giving Eugene an option this time. What about Father Gabriel though? Will he be saved as well? I sure hope so. They'll probably look down on Eugene for allowing Gabriel to be mistreated the way he is, especially considering his condition. It seems like Eugene hasn't showed any signs of sabotaging Negan's ammo yet, so that theory is still just a theory at this point, which really actually surprises me. It feels like Eugene hasn't gotten much screen time this season, which sucks because I could definitely find a bunch of pointless filler that they could have cut out in order to make time for something more productive. Enough filler scenes of people staring around or walking around, and for God's sakes, those face montages could have just been taken out completely and replaced with some actual character development. Alright, rant over. I've just really been interested in Eugene's character this season, and I've been eagerly awaiting to see more character development, and I feel like I've kinda gotten the short end of the stick. I'm a little bit disappointed that we haven't seen more of his inner struggles this half season, but that's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I'd appreciate a like on the video if you've enjoyed anything I've said today, as it really helps me out more than you can imagine by getting my videos out there for more people to see. Subscribe for more Walking Dead Season 8 content in the near future, and if you'd like to take that extra step in helping support my videos, consider checking out my Patreon, where there's a bunch of different rewards involving the channel, such as getting your name shown at the end of all my videos, along with the possibility to directly influence my future videos being produced. It isn't necessary by any means, but it could really help in the long run. And as always, I thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out!